Guys, hello and welcome back to my Walt Disney World vlog series. Hope you're all good. Welcome back to the final episode of this series, this crazy series where I've just came out here not knowing what on earth I'm doing, no plans, no whatsoever. So in this vlog, we've got a lot to chat about because has it worked? Has it not? Would I do it again? The trip's not over yet. We'll wait. I've already got kind of a strong opinion on it, but we'll wait until the end. And I've also spoke to a lot of other vloggers, spoke to a lot of you guys on opinions, people who've done it before and would they have done it again. So hopefully we'll be able to have a really good sit down at the end of this episode and really go through the nitty gritty of, can you do Walt Disney World very last minute? Anyway, we've got Resort TV on. And I thought, I'm due to check out of this room now. I just spoke to the housekeeping staff, bless them. I don't really want to advertise this, but generally if you ask the housekeeping staff if you can have a bit extra, they'll always say, yeah, that's fine. Just spoke to the housekeeping staff before and they said, oh yeah, of course, it's absolutely fine. I'm just getting literally the last bit sorted from the case and then I'm going to shoot. Anyways, again, I thought I would just quickly show this room. Obviously, mind the mess. It's a bit messy in here at the moment, but look at the size. Obviously, there's the door. And look how long it is. It is awesome. Do you know, I've been on the phone to Con for quite a bit this morning and I've worked out how we can use the one bedrooms here. There's value rooms at Animal Kingdom Lodge that you can use that are one bedroom and they're really reasonable point wise. To be honest, actually the one bedrooms here at value are the same cost as a deluxe at other resorts. So I think it's really ideal having a value room which is one bedroom, or at least a one bedroom standard for at least one night on a trip. The reason being is having access to this, the washing machine and the dryer. Now at all DVC deluxe resorts, I think all resorts to be honest, you do get access to these anyway, but it's communal, and obviously it's just the case of walking to the to the desk and getting it all done. Obviously when it's in the room it's ideal. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea to go on holiday and then think about doing their washing before they come home. I know, that is just me. I feel like if I can get my washing done while I'm out here, it's just one less job to do when I'm home. It just means that when I get home, it's just the case of unpacking the case, putting it all in the drawers, and it takes a bit of that anxiety off. I get a bit anxious when I've got a lot of doing it. I remember my old trips, I would always go home and I'd be like, oh my God, I've got so much to do. But then also, what's also nice about having these one bedrooms is you have access to the jacuzzi bathtubs, which, is dreamy. It's so good, it is so dreamy. So I was saying to Con this morning, I think what we'll do is to utilise my points, I think at the end of every trip, we'll do 2 nights in a one-bed villa, just so we've got access to the washing machine, because towards the end of the trip, that's when you're a bit over Disney, that's when you're a bit oh, I'm a bit tired, I want access to this, amenities and things like that. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. Now, I don't have that planned on any of the trips coming up, but that's because I've not thought of it until now. So I might try when I get home and jump on, obviously you would have known by now, because obviously the new set of vlogs, well, I would already be there and gone with Ben by now, but in the new set of vlogs you may find that I've just changed some of the rooms to one beds just so we can access the washing machines a bit easier. Anyway guys, welcome back to a brand new vlog. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Today we're at Sanaa, so we're going to go and have the bread service, which is just everything. I'm so excited for the bread service. I've been excited for this bread service all trip. All I've been dreaming of is the bread service at Sanaa since getting here, so I'm very, very excited for that. And then we're going to be heading to the airport. We're going to do an Uber at the airport because I am not getting Mia's Connect again. Literally, Mia's Connect takes you around planet Earth. Literally, I'm sure we went around every resort known to man before we got to Bay Lake. So I'm definitely not using Mia's Connect again. I will use it in the future, but not if you need to be somewhere quick, because it's just, it takes you around the world. Hopefully by the time you guys come out, that might have changed, but yeah, not for now. And let me know in the comments if that's happened to you. It might have just been my bus, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And I've actually just came down to the savannah now, and as far as I'm aware, there's a giraffe just around this corner, I believe. Yes, there he is. Oh, this is so nice. So yeah, if you've got a savannah view, this is what you're going to be looking out on. So yeah, I find all this stuff just dead interesting. I could, like, if I had a savannah view, I could honestly just sit here all day and just stare at the animals. It's one of the reasons why I had to have my DVC contract at Animal Kingdom Lodge, because even if I decided one year I didn't fancy going to the parks, which that's probably not going to happen, but let's say 20-30 years down the line and I really don't fancy the parks, but I just really fancy just the vibe of just being here, this is probably where I would come, and I would just come and sit here and just, yeah, just animal watch, which is just like such a cool vibe. And you can even see just from like looking at this, look at the size of that like window, like it's massive compared to Kidani. Oh, and there is the like the marshmallow section, which will be like on fire and you can just chill. Yeah, do you know what, I'm falling in love with Jambo. Like I've always, like when I have a choice between Kidani and Jambo, I'll always pick Kidani because I just love like the cozy feel of Kidani. But actually being here right now and seeing this, the hotel's like on a totally different spectrum in regards to size, in regards to so many things, and it's very, very nice. Right, I'm on my way to Kidani now, and do you know, the path to Kidani is so easy and so simple. Apologies if there's a loud noise. There's someone drilling, and it's really, really loud. Oh, actually no, it's not a drill, sorry, it's a leaf blower. But yeah, if you are staying at Kidani or Jambo, depends obviously where you've booked, they're really, really close to each other. I would probably say like 7-minute walk. If you're like not as fast of a walker, maybe 10 minutes, but it's really close. And worst case scenario, if you can't be bothered to walk or you don't want to walk, they do have a free shuttle between the two. And there we go, Kidani Village up ahead. And it literally is just here already. It's that quick, like it really is a very, very short walk. However though, the only thing I don't like is just like things in the bushes, like you hear loads of like insects and stuff. I'm thinking, oh my god, nothing come out, please just stay in there. I don't mind animals when they're like at a distance, but I definitely don't want anything creeping out on us. God, look at the size of that wall as well. Someone on Instagram as well asked me before, like, are you gutted to be going home so soon? And do you know what? The answer's no. Like, don't get us wrong, like, no one's ever going to say like they're ready to go home. But I'm quite happy to go home today, do you know what I mean? Bearing in mind, like I keep saying, like I am due out again so soon. And this was just a very, very last minute trip. So yeah, I don't mind the fact that I'm like going home today. Obviously, I'm excited to see Con. It's always lovely to go and see Con, you know what I mean? I'm actually just by the sports court and the barbecue place. So this is where you can have a barbecue. I don't know what they're like about disposable barbecues. I don't know if like disposable barbecues you can have out here. I don't know. Obviously, it's maybe something worth asking, because I know some people might not want to use that barbecue because, like, you know, some people might just not want to use a one that everyone else has been using. But what I like about this is there's the sports courts over here. So like there's tennis, there's basketball. And I can imagine, like when I come out here with my family, we'll probably spend a lot of time out here. Because like Con's not like a big theme park goer, like he'll be quite happy just to like chill and just spend some time at the tennis courts. And we always like playing Con at tennis, because I'm quite good at tennis, to be honest. Well, I used to be. I've not played it since the start of the pandemic. For basketballs, please head over at the community hall, okay, past the palace. Oh, so is this not the basketball court? Oh, well, it kind of is. So this is the basketball court, which is quiet, no one here. And I take it this will be quite busy at points, maybe. You can see like they might have events here and things like that. Tennis court rules, please limit to 1 hour if others are waiting. And here we go. Apologies about the sun. The sun's in a horrendous position at the moment. But this is the tennis courts, and yeah, this is awesome. And do you know, you can even have a seat. So if like your family are like, oh, I don't want to play tennis, you could just sit here. And in fact, I think I might take a seat. Let's see if it still holds me weight after all the food I've eaten. Oh, just about. And yeah, you can sit and watch your family just play tennis. And yeah, I'm loving this resort more and more. I'm now in Kidani Village, and look guys, oh, bless them. And I'm just literally going into Sanaa, but there seems to be a queue. I do have a reservation, but I'm like 30 minutes early, so I'm wondering if the letter's in earlier. But right, so I'm now sitting in Sanaa, and I'm actually sitting at the bar. I did get moved to another table, but the table was literally rocking left and right. So I was like, right, well, I can't sit here. So they just said, oh, where would you like to sit? And I said, you know what, I'm happy even just sitting at the bar. Like, the bar's absolutely fine for me. So yes, that's where I am now. So I'm already getting excited with these options. So we've got samosas. So I think I'm gonna have like a picky tea, well, it's not really a tea, it's a lunch, but I don't get on the plane till 7:25, so I'm thinking something to last me until like, well, it needs to last us 8 hours, doesn't it? So look at this, I am so happy to be trying this. I've seen this in Victoria's vlogs, and since then I've been like, right, I want to try it, so yeah, we'll go, let's have a taste test. Actually, first I think we're meant to drop this in first, so let's drop him in first. And is he just gonna float? Oh god, it's bubbling. Oh my god. It looks like it's turned into acid. It looks like something you would buy like from Lush or something. Or something that you would like see in a pond. But I'll give it a taste test. Oh god, it's looking very like luminescent. Let's give it a taste test. Oh, it's very bitter. I know Con loves lemonade in the States, so he would love that. I wish I could take it home for him. You can't believe I'm ready to consume this. All of this, and then I've got the dips, but then I also got a side of samosas to start with as well, which we're going to consume first because these look absolutely awesome. I'm dead excited to try these. Honestly, these samosas. Now, I'm not really the biggest pastry fan, but I remember trying these. I think it was back in 2019 when not when Nathan, with Stevie, and these are so good. Like the pastry's not like a Greg's pastry. If you're from the UK, you'll know what a Greg's pastry is. It's like nice and soft and like, yeah, look at that. It's really, really nice. If I was going to say something negative about it, the only thing I would say is it's really heavy, like in the sense of it's like really thick. It's soft, but it's thick, if you know what I mean. But it depends, you know. Obviously I've got the bread as well, so that's probably the reason why I'm saying that, but it is very, very nice and I would get it again. That's me well and truly stuffed. I can barely breathe. Oh, that was so good. Well, it's now 2:25, so it's unfortunately, guys, that time where we need to start making a move to the airport. It's just such a shame. I'm not planning on being at the airport too early though. I'm quite happy to get there for, well, the flight's at 7:25, so 4:25 will be fine, won't it? I've just got to the airport and I'm packing everything away now, which is always the worst part of any trip. So things have changed massively since we were last out here. You now don't need to do the test to leave, it's just doing the passenger locator form, but then obviously things may change before you guys come out, so just please keep checking, obviously look at my website because things are changing all the time. Anyway, I'm going to check in, so I'll get back up with you when we get through security. Well, that's it guys, security, and it's around about that time to go and get my plane. I've literally just been sitting in Outback Steakhouse for the past 2 hours just chatting to you guys on Insta and just responding to messages, talking to the lodge guys, talking to Aiden and Lisa, just talking to all my friends and just looking back on the photos and just how awesome this trip has been. And like, I just feel so fortunate to have experienced this trip, and yeah, you guys are just awesome. I was actually wrong, the flight actually takes off at 7:25 and boarding begins at 7:20. But honestly, I've just had the most magical time, and Lisa and Aid have just been messaging us saying like how much of a good time they've had, and yeah, it's just been absolutely awesome. The only thing I will say is I'm really, really feeling it now. Like, can you tell my eyes? Someone said to me before on Insta like, oh, you look tired, and it's because I am. I'm really, really feeling it now. However though, before I go to sleep, I am definitely going to be playing on my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I've been playing so many games. Oh, do you know what? I forgot to actually mention, this is for people that travel a lot, I suppose, but I bought this travel and it just keeps all your games and your Switch safe. So if any of you have got Nintendo Switches, then definitely get one of these, because yeah, I think it costs us like $7.99 from games, so definitely check it out. You'll probably be able to get it cheaper on Amazon, to be honest. That's it guys, we are now on the flight. I'm excited. And then a nice orange juice to start. And the reason why I love premium so much is just because of just my sheer height. I'm 5'11", and just this extra leg room just means a lot to me, because economy normal comes up to about there. Premium cabin is really quiet. And menus came, guys, and this is what's on for today. So yeah, for starters you've got mozzarella and pesto, mains you've got chicken, salmon, and then Millionaire's chocolate tart. Oh, that all sounds so good. I've started playing on the Switch, and yeah, I think like there was over like 700 of you that said to take the Switch, and you know, Con was like, nah, you shouldn't take it, you're not going to play it, you know, you're not even going to whatever. And I've played on it a lot more than what you would think. Just a quick one, guys, we actually took off now. I'll try and show you out there, but it's so dark. But anyway, I thought I would bring these up because these are absolutely awesome. They're called Love Bears, and I got them on the way out, but I think when I actually ate them before I managed to vlog them. So I've got another pack here just to show you guys. Highly recommend if you're vegan or vegetarian and you don't want is it gelatin? It's gelatin in it, because I know with Con, he's a veggie, but it's like he doesn't have gelatin either. So highly recommend them, and they taste unbelievable. Honestly, I've just had one. They're literally out of this world. I've also got some nuts as well. I'm in a bulkhead seat, and the Wonderwall is literally just there. So this is ideal. But yeah, I'm all sorted. I absolutely love these as well. This is the best thing like about sitting in a bulkhead seat, is you've got access to the Wonderwall. It's awesome. And it's now that time, guys, for food, and let's see what I've got. I've got the chicken actually, which looks really nice, and then I've got like a side salad, a raspberry cheesecake, and a water. Really excited for this. Not gonna lie, guys, honestly, I am so tired. So I think I'm gonna have this, and then I think I'm gonna go to sleep, and then yeah, I'll probably see you when we land. I'll probably shoot from the car like I did last time, because I'm just so tired. Honestly, I'm just dozing off here as we speak. So yes, I'm gonna eat this. I'm not gonna do like a food review and stuff. You guys know what the plain food's like. I've had it so many times before. You guys have probably tried it. It's always nice. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Guys, hello. You're not gonna believe this. This is filmed, well, recorded 3 weeks. I've been back 3 weeks today, and I've just went to finish finally editing the last part of this series, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't have an outro. I don't have an ending. But I thought, do you know what, it'll be a really good opportunity to chat with you guys, talk about the trip in general, talk about everything, delve deep into would I do it again, can you do Disney last minute, and would I advise doing Disney last minute. Firstly, the trip was booked very last minute. It was booked on the Saturday. I'll never forget, I was sitting with Con, and Con was like, oh my god, you know, get yourself out there, this is like a once in a lifetime thing. And the reason why I say that is from, you know, later this year we will have dependents. It's not going to be possible to do these trips so last minute. So it was like, you know, there's an opportunity to go and do it. Go and do it, get yourself out there, go and have fun. Obviously I had friends out there at the time, so Con was very much like, go on, get yourself out. So I just booked it, and I was like, right, let's go. And then that's when the dread kicked in, because I was like, oh my god. Now, the main reason why I want to do this series was because, honestly, one of the most asked questions I get, I've got a lot of friends who've never been, who like are like my personal friends who I know, and then I've got a lot of you guys on here who are just like, I've not been, my trip's coming up, I'm panicking, I've got this to do and that to do, where do I start? So I thought, well, do you know what, I want to get back out to Disney, I want to see Disney again, I had things to do, I had to sort out my DVC contract and things, there was something else I had to do for another contract. So I thought, and the thing with DVC, I'm not going to talk about DVC in this ending, but just a quick thing, you can't sign a DVC contract in the UK, you have to do it in the States, unless you're paying like full in advance or whatever, you have to do it in the States, which I'm not going to get into, that'll be a different video. So I had to go out to the States. It's a good excuse to get there as well. Con, I have to go. I've got to go and sign this contract. That's what I kept telling myself anyway. I literally booked it and I was like, oh my god, I've got all this to do. I've got reservations to make. I've got park reservations to make, like reservations dining and then park reservations. Since the start of the Great Unpleasantness, for anyone that went before 2019, you could just walk into the parks. It was dead easy. You could just, there was just no issues. Now, to go to the parks, you have to book a park reservation, and they do sell out. In November, when I went in November, a lot of the days were sold out, so you've got to be very careful. So if you have got like, if you are planning on going this year or next year, if you're able to book park reservations, because I don't think it's going to be going anytime soon, make sure you jump on and see when you can book. I don't even know how far in advance you can book, but definitely look into that, because yeah. And honestly, it was the Saturday I booked it, and I was flying on the Wednesday, and I was like, Jesus, I don't think I'm going to be able to get in any parks. Thankfully, all the parks were free, which was strange, because all the parks were free before I went, but then when I was out there, they were like filling out, which was crazy, because I would never say any of the park days were like really, really busy. There was never a day where I was at the parks and I was thinking like, oh, this is near capacity. But I kid you not, as I made them park reservations, and I'll never forget the night before I flew out of Florida, the anxiety honestly was unbelievable. And I know some of you might watch this and go, anxious really over Florida? But honestly, when you're like, the only way I can like cope with like traveling and like, because I'm quite an anxious person, the only time I can actually like enjoy a holiday or enjoy it is if I've got like things that I know I'm going to be doing. So like, for example, I like have notes on my phone, and I'll have like my diary, and it'll be like, wake up at 4 a.m, leave the house at 5 a.m. I'm really structured like that when it comes to travel, especially travel days, because I think the difference between a bad travel day and a good travel day is all based on the planning of how you plan your day, making sure you've got enough time at the airport, making sure you've got enough time to get to the plane, making sure you've got enough time to eat, drink, things like that, you know what I mean? So I like to like completely plan my travel days. Apologies, the car's passing. Honestly, I love to plan my travel days, and I literally said to Con, I'm not even really, out of every parking space in this entire car park, honestly, I'm in the biggest car park, and that parking. But anyway, rewind back what I was saying. Honestly, travel days are all based on the planning. Honestly, it has to be the planning. And I said to Con, literally, it was like, honestly, listen to this, right? I'll tell you something that is not included in the series, obviously, because I didn't vlog this part. The night before, the Tuesday night, I was literally sitting with Con and we were watching Ozark. Con had begged us, he's been begging us for a long time, to start season 1 of Ozark. And we're now nearly, we're at season 4 now as I'm filming this. And he was like, can we start Ozark? And I was like, okay then, yeah, let's start Ozark. So we started watching it. And I'll never forget, it was like 9 p.m, 10 p.m. at night. And I was literally like, oh my God. I'm literally travelling to Florida, Con, in like 6 hours. Like, I need to like get sorted. My cases weren't even fully packed. So I was like, I was stressing. Honestly, I was stressing like mad, and I was stomping around the house. Bless Con was probably thinking like, God, you better get to hurry up and get to Florida. I'm annoying us. Anyway, I think it was like 1 a.m. when I got to bed. Went to bed, alarm went off at like 4 a.m. So I had like 3 hours sleep. And I'll never forget heading to the airport and just having that like, oh my God, like I can't believe what I'm doing. Fast forward, obviously you guys seen the travel day, flew off to Florida, landed in Florida. By the way, travel day was awesome, you guys already know that. Landed in Florida, and I remember I was texting Lisa, one of my friends, Lisa and AJ, you would have seen in the vlogs. Quick one actually, because I probably won't mention this again. It was awesome, by the way, meeting up with Lisa and AJ. And it was so nice meeting Lisa's friends, which were really, really nice. And we ended up chatting for hours. And then obviously I met Lee and Nick. It was just really, really nice, just meeting, putting, like obviously when you chat to these people on Instagram, you know, like it's so nice to actually meet them in person. And yeah, it was awesome. I'll never forget that first day in Magic Kingdom and just walking around and being like, oh my God, what am I meant to be doing today? What are we meant to be doing? Like, we're literally like in Florida right now, unplanned, vlogging this trip, and I remember I was standing outside of Splash Mountain, and I was just like, where am I meant to be going? Because I had no plans for rides, no nothing. However, I had the best day, and I'm not gonna like make this end section long because it's just, I don't want to bore you to death, but honestly, I loved having this Disney World trip unplanned. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again. Would I recommend it for everyone? No, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It was draining. And it's weird, the only reason why it was draining was because of the pressure I put on myself. If I just went there and I probably wasn't vlogging and I wasn't conscious about what I was showing and things like that, I probably would have had like the best 5 nights ever. But obviously because I'm vlogging, I'm like, well, what am I going to be showing here? Where am I going? Where am I going to be eating? It like applies that pressure. But it's like, did I struggle to get dining reservations? I didn't struggle to get dining reservations. It was really, really easy. It was too easy. And you know, now when like people are stressing online, like, oh my god, I can't get this, I can't get that, don't panic, because you probably will get it on the day. Ohana became available. Ohana is like probably in the top 5 restaurants in the whole of Disney World. I wouldn't say it's like one of the top 5 best restaurants. I think it's just in popularity, it's in the top 5. A lot of people love Ohana, and I know why, because it is awesome. I could get Ohana. There was one day I could get Ohana. I just didn't want to go Ohana on my own. If I wasn't on my own and I was with 2, 3 or 4, the more people you have, probably the more harder it's going to be to get last minute reservations. So if you're watching this and you're a solo traveller and you don't even know where to start with your Disney trip, I would say to you, watch some other vloggers, people that help plan. You know, try like Disney food blog and try like YouTube videos which I'll explain how to set it up. Maybe give Disney a ring, because it is quite difficult. Like, I can't imagine like if my nana ever just took the kids to Disney World, she wouldn't even know where to start. So it can be quite difficult. So if you're watching this and you still feel overwhelmed by the whole like where do I start, don't worry, because I was in your shoes in 2017, so do not worry. Although if you are watching this and you are on your own, you're traveling solo, you've seen how I coped. It wasn't that difficult. However, if you're with a family of 3 or your family of 4, 5, 6, 7, I would say anything more than 2+, then I would start to really consider getting your 60-day ADRs in at advanced dining reservations. Maybe look at days where you might want to use Genie Plus. Maybe look at days, see at the moment I would recommend like things like, oh, I can't remember what it was called. It's basically where you can see the park capacities on certain days. At the moment I wouldn't recommend that, because I feel like the park capacities are just well out the window with the virus. I think like a lot of people are going when they wouldn't usually go. A lot of people's calendars are out of loop and things like that. So I wouldn't rely on old information to what you're getting now, because I think we're in a very weird like 2 to 3 year period at Disney World where it's a lot busier than what it usually would be, because of a lot of cancellations, and now people are going when they can rather than when they wanted to, if that makes sense. But I hear you ask, would I do it again? 1,000,000%, I would do it again. I love going last minute. I'm flying out there, just a quick one for anyone that's interested. I am back out in Florida. From the moment you're watching this, I'm back out in 2 weeks' time. Originally we were meant to be going at the end of Feb, but I landed in the UK and I thought to myself, do I really want to go back out so soon? And I spoke to Ben and he was like, I kind of don't want to go out in Feb either. The end of March would be better for me. And I said, well, the end of March would be better for me as well. So we're not going at the end of March, we're going at the middle of March, but you'll have a new series. You'll have 12 new episodes, which will be coming. I think it's the 21st of March the series starts, so if I'm wrong, it'll be up there somewhere if I'm wrong, if it's the wrong date, but I believe it's the 21st of March, so I'm so excited to share that with you. Anyway, guys, that is it from me for this series. So again, huge thank you for being here. If you've got all the way to this part of this series and you're right at the end, then thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all your lovely DMs. We have had so many new followers on YouTube. I think we've had over 1,000 new subscribers on YouTube. Like 1,000 new subscribers, like that's so many people, which is just insane. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. I couldn't even tell you how many new followers we've got on Instagram. I don't, like, for me, the numbers, like, if I wasn't, like, alerted by the numbers, like, because basically when you hit certain milestones on YouTube and Insta, you'll get, like, a notification. Like, I use this thing where it sends us emails to say, oh, you've hit this amount of followers, you've hit this amount of viewers and things like that. If I didn't get them, like, I wouldn't even see it, because the numbers to me, it's more about you guys, it's more about the community here that I absolutely adore. I absolutely love the Disney community, and I've met what's so nice is I can be having a stressful day at work, and then I can turn on my phone and I can be warped into this little Disney bubble that we have on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and I just love that. I really, really love that. I love having that escapism. I love following along on your trips. I love all the friends I've made from doing this. Like, I've made so many awesome friends from doing these vlogs. So yeah, just a huge thank you. Honestly, like, I know I say it a lot, and I know you're probably sick of us saying thank you, but like, I just really, really appreciate it. There's so many other people you can watch on here. There's so many, you know, YouTube's inundated with YouTube channels. New channels start every day. There's a lot of new Disney vloggers starting out and things like that. And you guys are here supporting me, and just by you watching my video for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever, however long the video is, it means a lot. Honestly, it really does. And the fact that you take your time out of your day to support me, it's just, yeah, like, that is, you know, that's, you know, it means a lot, guys. So just, yeah, and I'm gonna call it there, because I think I do my own head in when I keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyway, make sure you tune back in for another Florida series coming very soon, and I believe we've got 2 weeks break between this series ending like now and the new series starting. So make sure you come back on Thursday, because there will be a new series starting. It'll be a 2-parter. I don't know what it's going to be yet, because it's still weeks away. Like, I'm editing these vlogs very early, so it's still weeks away for me till I get there. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but we're going to be doing something in these 2 weeks. So yeah, it might even just be me cleaning. No, I promise you, I'm never going back to that. I'm never going back to cleaning the house. The OGs will remember that. The OGs will remember me cleaning my house. If you're like new around here, you'd be like, cleaning your house? What does that mean? Like, yeah, there's a thing. There was a thing. You won't see the videos anymore because I've deleted them all because they were that cringe. Honestly, oh, that was so bad. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. If you've liked this vlog, make sure you smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Huge thank you to my Patreon members. Patreon members, honestly, love you to bits. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for all of you guys for watching the video, and I will see you in the next series. Bye guys, enjoy your day or week or whatever you're doing. Bye guys, bye.